Hello and welcome everyone. Today we are fortunate to have with us two inspiring young leaders from different parts of Africa. So we have Alikan, he's a Ghanaian entrepreneur from Ghana, and we have Zahra Hassan, a searcher in the field of security. Welcome both of you and thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So each of them brings a unique perspective on the challenges and opportunities within their countries, whether it's in social development, education, or innovation. So let's explore together their journeys, hopes, and the actions they are taking to shape Africa's future. And I will start with the first question with you, Zahra. Could you share a bit about your background and what you or what inspired you to get involved in social and community initiatives in your respective countries?
Awesome. Thank you so much. It's wonderful to be here with Ifrikya FM, and it's great to have this conversation with you. I am here as a representative of Somaliland, an area that has a lot of issues with independence, with recognition, with also conflict issues on resources and inter-clan conflicts. So I'm here to represent my country because it's a country that's not recognized, it's not very well known. So I'm here to represent that. But I'm also here to learn more about the African Union, their initiative, what they do, so youth from like myself and in my country can benefit from the resources available.
Yes, I'm going to ask Alikan a special question.
Okay.
Is there any, or are there any people or events that have especially influenced your path?
Yes, so thank you once again. And my name is Alikem from Ghana, and I'm an entrepreneur. I also work as a marketer, content creator, and a whole lot. So yes, there's been so many platforms like this that has influenced my journey. And one of the things that I'm always grateful for is the opportunity to be a part of this great community. It's given me lots of exposure, and it's part of the reasons why I find myself here today, because all these conferences, all these forums, all these opportunities made indelible marks in my journey to commit myself to why I should be part of this social change and the impacts we want to see in Africa.
Yeah, and in your opinion, let's start with you, Zahra. What are the main challenges that young people in Somalia face today? Do these challenges differ depending on the region of your country, and if so, how?
I think there's a lot of similarities within the African continent, but our biggest challenge, and I think a lot of my friend here from Ghana would agree, and also in a lot of countries within Africa, is employment. As we know, Africa has the largest, as a continent, young population, but with like incredible numbers of people being unemployed, there's these trips and movements and wishes of the youth to move to Europe, to America, to Australia, and these like first developed world countries, so that they can get better employment opportunities, and then so they will be able to support their families and their dreams and you know, fulfill their life's wishes. So unemployment is the biggest challenge that we face, and I'm here to learn more about what the African Union is doing with the 1 million next mission, so I can also take that knowledge and understanding back to my country, and we can take advantage of it.
And what about the challenges facing your people in Ghana?
That's a great question. So first of all, I would say, like we all know, in Africa, one of the biggest challenges we face is employment. Now, this is a problem. The unemployment rates are increasing, and I always say that, for example, in Ghana, the problem is not always the fact that we do not have lots of dignified and fulfilling jobs, but we do not have the skilled and competent young people to fit for these jobs, to bring the expertise that are needed into the job market. So I feel the problem is not always even as it is that we don't have a lot of jobs. There's some good number of jobs. Of this problem, we should invest and make sure that every young person is willing to be involved of this change-making process, to have the relevant information, to have the relevant skills that they need for the future, to be able to bring the expertise needed to solve the problems in their various sectors and industries.
So you've talked about the problem and proposed some solutions that we hope that government and people seeing or watching this we take seriously. And now, let's talk about technology. What role do you think technology plays in Africa's development, especially employment, and how is it influencing young people in your countries?
Yes, I think with the various opportunities that technology and this great interconnectivity offers, there's a lot of jobs that has created in the digital industry. There's content creation and influencing and TikTok shops and people that are using technology, Instagram, TikTok, all these
social media,
like mega platforms to sell things, like promote products, make living for themselves. And it's really amazing how African youth are very far ahead when it comes to like having very innovative business ideas and taking advantage of resources like the internet and social media and smartphones that we have. So it is creating spaces that were not there before, but I think we also need to strengthen those digital jobs, but also have other opportunities like skills development, entrepreneurship, all these other things, so that those two, they complement. I think the digital space is very important, but we also need to strengthen the other traditional areas where a lot of people are skilled in or want to be better skilled in.
Yeah. So do you have any examples of technological initiatives or projects that have had a positive impact on youth in Ghana or maybe Somalia? Let's talk about Somalia later. Now tell me about Ghana.
Yeah, so I think we're talking about some initiatives that are actually contributing to aligning us very well into where the future of work is going in terms of technology. I see organizations like the MasterCard, promote initiatives and some master classes and some courses that are totally free. But if you actually should go to a university or an educational institution, these courses are, I say, a bit expensive, and it becomes a challenge for the Africans specifically, or the Ghanaians specifically from the rural parts, to actually be able to afford for it. So it's one of the things that I'm very happy about, and I've also benefited from one of those as well. And it's contributed greatly. Talk about the revolution of AI, how we could use AI to hasten our work, to make our work more efficient. It's a good thing to see that organizations like this are making it very possible that even those that are deprived one way or the other could also have access to quality educational tools like this.
Thank you, Alikan. And what about you, Zahra? Could you give us some examples about technological initiatives or projects that have had a positive impact on youth in Somalia, in your country?
Yeah, I think there are many. There's different climate focused initiatives, there's business focused initiatives. Like I know in Somalia or Somaliland, for instance, it's very remote and it's hard to get products from Amazon or Alibaba or Shein, like these very hot shops and stores. And it's youth, Somali youth, that are exploiting some of the gaps in those systems, but also gaps within the country, to be affiliates of those bigger shopping spaces and bring products that we need to Somali youth. And it has significantly helped our like the quality of products that we get and how we are our spending and behavior as well, because now we can have access to Amazon products that are vetted, that are much more quality-wise better, and also in a lot of cases cheaper than what we used to receive in the past. So I have experienced it personally, how those digital initiatives have helped Somali youth, but also as a customer have impacted my life as well.
Yeah. So as we know, the educational system is the main chapter of this forum. Let's close with a question about education and access to opportunities. How do you view the education system in your countries and in Africa? And what improvements would you like to see?
Great question, and thank you for this. I think this is the backbone of this conference, and this is one of the parts that I'm very interested in. So, talking about education, like I said, the problem from the top is not about it's not necessarily about unemployment, but it's the fact that we do not have youth, so young people that have been educated enough or are ready enough to fit the available jobs that are on the market. So with education, I think what should be done is that we should invest heavily on education that is needed to prepare us for the job market, and not just always focusing on the theory, and you find a graduating from school, and it's like they can't do anything to fit in the job market.
So let's start with education and other things spread.
Exactly. So the focus is education. Education is the backbone, because if, like she said, you find a lot of young people who have aspirations of traveling to the western part of the world, to America, to Europe, and all of that. And the reason why we want to go there is to go and get educated, because they have good education over there. They understand where the future of work is going, and they prepare their young people to fit in this space. So if we also want to be able to contribute significantly in this space, we also have to start adopting such initiatives to invest heavily in education. Also making sure that the teachers that we are training are skilled enough to give us what we need for the job market, and not having this traditional cumbersome educational framework where you learn a whole lot of things and you don't even remember some of the things you learn, or you may not ever use them in your life. So it's important that we narrow everything to what is needed and just prepare the young people to fit in the job market respectfully.
Yeah, thank you,
Exactly.
Alikan. So what advice, Zahra, would you give to young Africans who want to make change, who want to get involved and make a difference in their communities?
I think I will encourage them first, because it's very hard to do that, and it's very hard to find the right resources, the correct mentors, the space to influence, and also the will within yourself to not only start but to continue. So I congratulate you, and I'm rooting for you. And I think we need more of us. We need more youth leaders. We need more organizations that are supporting, empowering, training, and upskilling and upgrowing youth in different communities. So good job, well done, and I hope these type of interactions, like my friend here, we met 2 minutes ago before this interview. So these type of also conventions and conferences are very important for network building, for interchanging, experiences and knowledge, and what works well in Ghana, what could work better in my community as well. So I also encourage you to be part of conferences such as this, whether it's with the AU or with various international regional organizations.
Thank you, Zahra. Thank you, Alikan, for joining us and sharing such valuable insights. Thank you for watching.